We have here in Europe now big tense about immigrations. And you also explain inside this problem, how became a problem and how we can distinguish this immigration and welcoming them and helping them, and also to not to become hostile against them on the way that you explain in this book.
Yeah, well, I am a Christian, and I admit that, and I keep saying that because I want people to be able to say, aha, he's a Christian, so I need to check his evidence. I want them to check the evidence. And when I talk about immigration, the Christian in me says, yes, I am called by my faith to assist those who are suffering through no fault of their own. That's what we are called to. We are called to assist those who are suffering through no fault of our own. However, when it comes to immigration, the Apostle Paul is very clear. Before you extend yourself in such a way where you harm your own family or community, you must take care of your own community. That's scripture. That's from 1 Timothy. We also see other places where Jesus himself condemns the religious leaders of his day because they were doing religious acts at the expense of their family. It was one of the few times in the Gospels where Jesus gets angry. Now, in the Christian tradition, we have a Latin name for this. It's Ordo Amoris, or the ordered loves. This goes all the way back to Aquinas, goes all the way back to Augustine. Christians have known this for years and years, that we are to have these ordered loves. Yes, we are to take care of those who are suffering through no fault of their own. But there's tremendous evidence, and it's cited in my book, chapters 7 and 8, where I show that the majority of immigrants are not suffering at all. The majority of immigrants who are coming into our countries are there for economic reasons. But what it does do, and again, I show the evidence, it does lead to suffering for the poorest of our own citizens in our country. Again, this is not my opinion. I show through repeat studies, repeat empirical evidence, that the extent to which 10% more immigration comes in, it is about 4% job loss for the poorest citizens in our country. You see, businesses will employ those who will work for less. It will. And that is always at the expense of the poorest citizens who are already in the country. This really, if we wanted to talk justice, this really is a justice issue. And the most just we could be would be to stop mass immigration and allow our populations to catch up so that our own poorest people finally find jobs and have food for their families.
We have lots of similar cases in Croatia because we have now lots of immigrants from the poorer countries, especially India, Pakistan, Nepal. And, economists will say we need to use these people because we need working forces and we need to stay competitive. And if they work for less, we are staying competitive. What do you think about this?
I think that is definitely what I would say if I were a corporation and I wanted to increase profits while harming my own citizens. I mean, it's as simple as that. And we have examples of Poland, for example. So Poland has been incredibly staunch and persuasive about not letting in immigrants. Now, according to the logic of these corporations, it should be an economic failure. But I point out in my book, that's simply not the case.
Christ or Collapse is available in print, ebook, and audiobook. Available from publisher College Press, Amazon, and other major retailers.